Welcome to another video. Today we're going to meet Gizmo, who is a 4 or 5 month old puppy, somewhere in that range, and he tends to be a little bit nervous of new people, so I'm curious to see how he's doing with that. I also understand that he has issues with picking things up on a walk that he's not supposed to, so I hope to give some advice on that. And also, he doesn't want to leave the cat alone. So we're going to have a general training session with him, see how he does with those things. I want to urge you guys to have your food automatically shipped to you from PetFlow because it's going to make things much easier in your life. You're helping us make more videos too, for whatever that's worth. And if you are curious about setting up automatic pet food delivery at PetFlow, all you have to do is choose your dog's food. They'll give you $10 off your first 3 orders so that you can see if it's right for you. Tell PetFlow how often you want it to be delivered and enter code ZACH30 at checkout. I'm gonna have that link in the description below. How old is Gizmo?
4 months.
Oh, wow, he's a big 4 months. How long have you been with me on YouTube?
When I got the dog, I started researching the media. I was like, oh, this guy's local. Came across the video first and then went and bought the book on Amazon.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Gizmo, you are so handsome, sir. Can I give this to you? So, when he meets strangers, typically, is he just like kind of reserved, or does he kind of like really freak out, or does he nip?
He's reserved, and he does do the submissive urination.
Oh, okay. All right, good to know.
And that's getting a little bit better.
Oh, this is really good though. That's one of the reasons like socializing a dog, especially when they're under 8 months like Gizmo is so important. This is kind of a impromptu counter conditioning exercise. In other words, I'm trying to change his emotional response to strangers. So I'm just trying to take advantage of that time and say, hey, look, you've never met me. I'm giving you tiny pieces of turkey here. And he's already lighting up. In the tail, his body language here is suggesting that he's way more at ease. How much training have you done with him on like
I've been trying to do him almost every day. I try to spend a little time with him, play with him, and then, work with him a little bit.
Oh, that's good. He went right into the down.
Yeah, he's got that down pretty well, actually.
I see that. Look at these. He's so lanky.
He's having a hard time with stay.
Oh, okay.
And, and leave it, you forget it. If it's the cat, I have to go grab him.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, him and the kitten are, they play, but he just doesn't realize that he's so much bigger than the cat.
Are you pretty good about keeping him on leash?
I go through my spurts. I'll keep him on the leash for a while, and then I'll let him go. And then that's when he starts acting a fool, I'll go put the leash back on him.
I like that he's sitting politely right now. When you catch your dog doing something that you just like and you're not even asking for it, just go ahead and reward it. Just, hey, I like that you're being good right now. Good. Oh, good job. I just pointed at my eyes and he looked directly into my eyes. Have you been working purposefully on look at me?
Yes.
Oh, good. Here. Oh, did you see that? That's a sharp leave it, look at me combo. I like the leave it, look at me combo. That's a sign that you've really been working on a lot of good impulse control training. And you mentioned you're having problems with him chasing the family cat.
Cat will get on the couch, wait for him to walk by, and then jump on him.
Oh, okay. Well, that's kind of hilarious. Is it pretty easy to kind of set up the cat to kind of be in the area while you work on stay?
Yeah, the cat's all over the house. He pretty much, runs free.
If you focus on teaching Gizmo to stay with toys, this is related to teaching your dog to behave around the cat. They have to be able to stay with something like this in front of them before you can expect them to stay with a cat. So I'm just trying to verify that he's tempted by this to see if it's a valid distraction. And it looks like it. He's interested in going after the toy a little bit there. Stay. Yes. Good. Stay. Yes. Stay. Good. Stay. Up here. Yes, good. Stay. Good. Stay. And see, right now, you see the pace in which I'm training? It's fast right now. Stay, because I've got momentum. Up here? Yes. So I'm just trying to burn it into his brain. Every time you're tempted by something and I ask you to look at me, please look at me. And if you do that, I'm going to reinforce that with something you love. Up here? Stay. And it's like a lot of repetitions. Stay. Up here. Look at that. Look at, you can see him fighting it up here. I don't want to push him to failure because that was right on the edge there. Stay. Up here. Yes. Very good. Stay. And remember, things with motion. Up here. Good. Very good. Okay. Good job. That was a nice little stay session right there. But things with motion are going to be much more tempting. So you're working towards stay. Up here. Yes, good. Almost lost him, but it didn't. So that's cool. Without introducing him to another toy, let's ask him to stay. This is a surprise primary training session. We're simulating teaching him how to listen while in a surprised state of mind. You see, it's a little tougher because that's a new toy. And right there, I even had to put the treat right at his nose to say, hey, pay attention to me over here. because that's real hard. If you don't have your dog's eyes, it's really hard to communicate with them. Stay. Up here. Nice. Good. And so that's a step closer to getting them to listen around the cat. But we just have to avoid taking steps that are too big, you know, where it's like, hey, you stay for the ball, now you should stay for everything. We have to kind of work up to that and work up to surprising them to where they're not expecting to stay, where you just randomly do these pop quizzes on them, you know, outside of normal training sessions.
If I call him, if he's in the other room, I'll have to go up and get him. Come on. He's got to visually see me.
Has it gotten less reliable over the last several weeks? Or
Yes.
is it, that's typically what I would expect because he's growing, becoming more athletic and capable. So they're like, yeah, you know, I can probably get away with not listening. Dogs are just a product of their experiences. So when they get enough instances of the rule not being enforced, they realize it's optional. Gizmo, come. Oh, good job. Looks like he's doing pretty well on Come When Called to me. But what I would recommend on Come When Called, number one, taking a step back on your training. You'll know in the book, that's a tenet of my training program, is to always be prepared to take a step back. Even if you don't tie him to you, just having him running around, you know, with a loose leash can be good, assuming you've kind of puppy-proof the house where it's not likely to snag on anything and knock it down. But he'll be a lot easier to get to, so when he doesn't come to you, you pick up the leash and just kind of escort him back to where you were calling him from. Even if you gotta bring a treat with you, swallow the pride, get the treat, really get him to go through the motions voluntarily, rather than picking him up, say, or anything like that, because that'll like teach him how to behave. A common question here is if your dog isn't coming to you and you go and you lure them and you say, come on like this, are you reinforcing them not coming to you because you went and offered them a treat? And no, not at all. If those legs are coming to you, that's the action you're rewarding. Hi, you are. Come here. Sit. Look at that. Oh, now he's looking. Come on, let's go. He's pepping up. I like that tail wagging. Good, come on. This way, come on. Check this out. Sit, stay. Yes, okay, come on. Didn't reward that time. Because right now we're kind of in this groove, so I'm trying to phase in intermittent rewarding, because that really is the most effective way. I mean, when you're first introducing something new to your dog, you treat like crazy. But as they're becoming more reliable, treating them more randomly is good. Didn't even ask him to come there. Gonna reward that because I like that.
I think he's part billy goat. When they say he was mixed, and the vet asked me what, I said, I think it's billy goat, because anything he gets, he'll like, put that down. Let me have that.
Oh, he likes to eat.
Sure.
Anything he can get.
That's one of those natural behaviors we have to curb and show them how we'd prefer they behave. That's so natural for dogs because they don't have hands and they're brand new to the world. So like, what's this? What's that? What's this? You know, and they're just like grabbing everything they can. Remember, there's two aspects to training a dog. First, you have to manage them. So in other words, by having him on leash, he's a lot less likely to go and pick things up, though he can still pick things up within range.
Right.
But the better you control the environment, the less likely that is. So you can diminish the number of instances that he gets by with picking things up he's not supposed to. So that's management. That doesn't teach him though. And that's the thing, you just have to teach, I mean, with literally dozens, hundreds of items, just practicing your leave it drill. Because so often we get content with practicing leave it with a treat like they show you in puppy class, but there's so much more to teaching a dog how to leave things alone than that one specific instance. The mistake that most will make on this type of training is relying exclusively on waiting for the specific situation to emerge to then try to teach the dog without first preparing them. Leave it alone. We're here. Will you sit? Good. And see, right, the reason we're doing it while we're in this mindset is because I'm 100% focused on him. Okay, good job. And it's not like on a walk where I'm trying to get across the street and, you know, dogs realize when you're distracted. So I'm being very purposeful. Stay. Yes, okay, good work. I'm kind of mixing stay and leave it here because for all intents and purposes, this drill is just basically saying, pay attention to me, don't pay attention to that. So it's kind of semantics at this point. Come with your own distractions on a training walk where you're like, okay, this isn't a real walk. He thinks it's our normal walk, but actually I, as the trainer, I'm going to be focused on being able to drop treats in front of him and get him to look at me. Leave it alone. Look at me. Oh, that was awesome. Did you see that? Up here, almost. Come on. Over here, I'm going to get him away from the distraction on the ground. Nice job. Hey, if you guys enjoyed this, click thumbs up for Gizmo. He did a great job today. Make sure to subscribe to my channel, pick up a copy of my book, and don't forget to set up automatic pet food delivery at PetFlow. You'll love it. See how you like it. Let me know in the comments below. See you guys next time.